y'all, good morning. Welcome to another vlog. It is Tuesday, October 22nd, and your girl is on the way to the dentist. Not for the kids this time, just for myself. Y'all remember over the summer I went to the dentist and they did absolutely nothing for me. So I had this appointment for a while now. So I'm hoping they can do something, like at the very least a teeth cleaning, something. Okay, so anyway, as I'm on the way there, I'm listening to the radio, the Breakfast Club, and the topic of discussion this morning was, would you accept a ring from someone, your person basically, if you've been in a relationship with them for over 2 years and it was not a engagement ring nor a promise ring, just a ring, like a piece of jewelry. And they are going crazy with the comments. The men are saying basically like, girl, he's playing with you, get that ring, you know what I'm saying? And then the women are saying, yeah, I will take the ring, and so forth and so forth. So me, it's raining now, y'all. Kind of threw me left a little bit, but me, y'all, hold on, it's pouring, god damn it, call you back. All right, so y'all, I got 5 minutes before it's time for me to go in there, but I just wanted to say really quickly also, I was engaged to my kid's father. We were together for 16 years, never got married, but we were engaged. We went as far as to going to the courthouse, doing the appropriate paperwork, and literally our options were wait the 3 days to pass or do marriage counseling. And we were super young. We were like in our 20s at the time, and I really didn't think that we needed marriage counsel. Like, no one counseled us through this, you know, so it was just a matter of him and I figuring it out. But at the same time, we were still living with his parents, so we really didn't have anything to go off of, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is, like, no one knew what we were really doing. You know what I'm saying? Not that we were being secretive. They knew that we were getting married, but no one knew that we were actually in the process of doing it right then and there. We kind of wanted it to be a him and I situation because we didn't want any, I guess, extra opinions or anything like that. Although our families encouraged the relationship because we did have a child, only one at the time, and then that never happened. Shit went turmoil, and honestly it was for the better good, but I never paid attention to that. Anyway, outside of that, when he had an outside baby years later, he said, I'm gonna marry you, I'm gonna marry you, I'm gonna marry you. And that never happened. I never even got another ring after that. So there's that. And we stayed together again after that years later, because when he made that I'm gonna say not proposal, I'm gonna say that proposition to me is when I was pregnant, actually, with my third kid. And yeah, it just never happened. So I'll say this: follow your intuition, ladies, because I promise you, as hard as it is to make that decision, you know what is right. Our intuition never lies. And I lied to myself over and over and over and over and over again. And I knew better. But the gift that I got out of it, the gift that I got out of my situation is 4 beautiful kids. 4 beautiful sons. Hard-headed. But they are a beautiful gift. So anyways, with that being said, it's 9 o'clock on the dot. Let's go to this appointment and see if they gonna help your girl. Alright guys, so I'm back. And when I tell you I have a stank attitude, very much. What I don't understand is that how do people just get so complex? Like, why y'all be making things harder than what it need to be? So I have my prescription because I'm gonna do a tooth extraction instead of a tooth canal, and she did tell me that my teeth may shift if I do it, but I have a cavity, so let's just say that the cavity is in the nerve. So if you know anything about tooth pain, dental, or any of that, then you know it's serious, right? So I'm not trying to go through that pain no more. Just take the teeth out, okay? And if my teeth do shift, I'll figure out what's next. I have a very nice smile. I have like one gap here. I have a very nice smile. But your girl just been eating too much candy and haven't been to the dentist. But anyway, what made me have an attitude is because the first medical assistant, she goes, oh, well, she's like, oh, were you... First I asked her, I said, am I going to be able to have any sort of relief? Any sort of help? She goes, well, you're only going to have x-rays. Well, I'm like, well, let me save you the troubles. I've had x-rays already. I can just call and have them emailed to me, and I'll send them over to you guys. And she was like, oh, no, we had to have our own x-rays, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, I'm only suggesting all of these things because this is what I was told was going to happen. This is what I was told to do, okay? It's okay. I'm not going to argue down about your procedure. Fine, that's okay. So I said, well, I at least have a tooth cleaning, like something. I don't want to be here and waste my time because, mind you, this is exactly what happened at my previous dentist. I wasted my freaking time, like, completely. So she was like, oh, well, if the dental hygienist have any availability, then she may be able to squeeze you in. All of these mights and mays and I don't knows and uncertainty, it wasn't gonna fly with me. But I'm like, I'm here because I'm in pain. I've had this appointment for forever, and I have a toothache, and I'm taking 800 ibuprofens. Ma'am, I need something today. So she goes, okay, I understand. You know how when they tell you that, okay, I understand, they ain't really listening, they don't really give two dams? Yeah, it was very much given that. So she goes, you have to talk to the lady in the front. I don't know. You have to talk to the lady in the front. You know, whenever you've seen someone in the last 6 months, we can't, da-da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Go back to the front. Talk to the lady there. She tells me, yeah, it's going to be $60. And let me just say this, $60 is not a lot of money. $60 is very much affordable. But the problem is, I don't want to pay if I don't have to pay. That's my thing. That is my thing, right? So I go, you know what? Whatever. So she goes, the lady in the front goes, oh, you're here because of tooth pain? I was like, yeah. She's like, well, that's something different. So she calls a medical assistant who's giving me all the attitude back in the front and told her, and she was just like, well, the medical assistant now, she goes, well, if you're here for tooth pain, we're only going to be able to focus on one side of the mouth. That's fine. That's fine. I have an appointment in December, and then we could do the full works then. But right now, I need something. It's like you guys are denying me help, or you're trying to deny me help in a sense, or whatever. So I get my appointment or whatever. I go back there. Tell me why she's not my medical assistant no more. they done switched it to somebody else. And that's absolutely fine, because we don't need to be in each other's faces if we feel in some type of way. So that's fine, ma'am. So after, you know, the new medical assistant did everything they needed to do, took x-rays, as I said, they saw the cavity, they saw the pain, they see that it's bad. I actually have two. I have a small one up top, which is not touching the nerve. I have a big one at the bottom, which is on the nerve. So she goes, yeah, I can imagine you're in a lot of pain, blah, 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 whatever. We can just go ahead and either do a root canal or we could do a tooth extraction. And I told you guys I decided to do a tooth extraction because it's to the point where I can't even eat on this side of my mouth. Hot and cold, I'm very sensitive to. So she gave me pain and stuff like that, and then I gotta come back Friday for the removal. So yeah, yep, that's where we are. That's where we are. So I'm about to get from down here because I'm far from my house, and I'll check in with you guys later. I'm annoyed.